everyone, welcome back to the Team Garbage Fire podcast. I am Kory.
Yes.
And
I am Thrashing Wampus.
You are?
Where the fuck actually is... Feral Wampus.
I thought you were still thrashing.
I vary.
Okay.
So,
we're here. This is an episode.
It's going to be a weird episode.
It is.
There's been a lot of changes.
And there's someone not here.
Yes. All right, so let's do the thing. You can find us on Stitcher, Google Play,
iTunes, Spotify, wherever you can find podcasts. We're also on YouTube.
Yes.
We are on the Facebooks. We have a group.
Yes.
Come join us. Talk to us. I post sometimes.
Yes.
What else? We're on Instagram.
Where we find fuck.
We are on. What's the iTunes? We already did iTunes. I always do the iTunes part.
Discord. He just whispered Discord.
Yeah, we've got a Discord group now, which you should join, Heath.
No.
Please. You can get it on your phone.
No. No means no,
Okay.
Kory. This is the age of consent.
I meant to say...
No means no.
Twitter and Instagram.
Bad man!
Twitter and Instagram at Team Garbage Fire.
And we would like to not implicate our friends, because they're only here out of coercion and threats to their lives. But we are joined today by Clever Tree Productions.
You can find them at clevertreeprod.com.
Don't prod the tree.
That's right.
I said, they disavow any affiliation with us. They are only here under coercion and threats to their lives.
That too.
Yes.
There's been some stuff that's been happening.
Isn't there always stuff that's been happening?
Yeah. They've updated the band list of Frontier.
They do that every Monday.
I know.
And they still haven't banned... So later on in the episode, we're going to do... later on in the month, we're going to do our 12 cards of Christmas. And, yeah. No, they still haven't banned my number one.
They haven't yet.
It's because no one's broken the shit out of it.
Well, I mean, even Standard had a kind of a huge banning come out of nowhere. Well, not out of nowhere. Everyone saw it coming.
Dude, how do they not playtest enough?
Yeah, Oko is an
Thank
issue.
You, Kory. Yes, we're talking about Oko. How do you not see that being an issue?
Yeah.
I know they want to push the power a little bit, but that shit was naughty nonsense.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely ridiculous. And they really should have play tested that just a little more.
Yeah, well, I honestly, I listen to the drive to work and everything. But at this point, I think they're just like, we gotta come up with new cards right now.
So from what I'm seeing here is it looks like, because last time it was Felidar Guardian and Leyline of Abundance and I think Oath of Nissa, and they've just added Veil of Summer to it, which is a nice little kind of hoser card that allows you to draw a card in green.
Yeah.
So
but why are they printing cards like that are so blatantly outside of the color spectrum? What I mean,
I think they're looking for just different ways to. I mean, because every color has its downside, and one of greens is card draw. It's not the worst at card draw because white is.
All right, but we already have like Summoner's Pact.
Yep.
Like that. That's a fucking tutor.
Yep.
In green.
Yep.
You don't need Oath of Nissa.
No, this is...
No, they're just filling space, dude.
No, because Summoner's Pact isn't legal in Pioneer.
Yeah, but it's legal in Modern.
Mm-hmm. And Veil of Summer isn't banned in Modern.
Alright, I think you're missing my point. They don't need to be printing things outside of the color pie.
Well, I mean, it's draw a card, and if opponent has cast a blue or black spell this turn, spells you control can't be countered this turn. You and permanents you control gain hexproof from blue and black until end of turn. So it's just a color hoser, which everyone's always had a color hoser.
Yeah, but like it should be like buff an opponent, give it trample. Buff a creature, give it trample. Not draw a card. Drawing a card is not in Green's fucking repertoire.
It's starting to get there.
Yeah, because they're just making everything the same. Like, the colors are stopping. Like, they don't matter anymore.
Well,
I can play red and fucking gain life. That's not right.
Yeah, no, red shouldn't be gaining a whole lot of life.
Yeah. Green shouldn't be drawing fucking cards.
Well, it does it from time to time. Usually it's supposed to be like creature cards. That's what it's supposed to be, creature or land.
Alright. So, black shouldn't be gaining life.
No, it gets lifelink.
Well, yeah, no, it gets drain gain.
And it's always had drain gain ever since the beginning.
Right. Alright, so that was a poor example.
Black shouldn't be getting, like, because it'll get creature removal and it will...
Black shouldn't be able to search cards. Like, search up...
Demonic Tutor.
No, search up land cards.
Yep. Yeah, no, I can see that. I'm down with that.
There are these relevance.
Yep.
And I think that by neutering that card, they did the right thing.
Yep. I do kind of think that it's more... I mean, that's because the green deck has become just, like, overwhelmingly...
Hi, Jamie.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Jamie.
We love you.
And the green deck in Pioneer's just been running away with it, so they just needed to... Notice all the cards they banned are all green cards, with the exception of Felidar Guardian and the fetch lands.
Well, I mean, recently green has been getting overpowered.
Well, I think it really comes down to generally, like, with black, most of your... I feel like with black and other colors, a lot of your casting costs will be like, if it's 4, it's 3 and a black. It's less 2 black, and way less 1 black. Where green will be like, for a 4-drop, green. Like, they're known for having more of the like devotion on their permanents.
Well, and I think that probably stems back to the little 8-year-old girl who was playing elves.
Well, I think that if green seems to be a problem with the mana ramp and everything, why doesn't just Nykthos get the ban?
But that's what green does. And Nykthos, nobody plays Nykthos.
That's what they do in Frontier.
Yeah, well, I'm not, like... I've been paying attention to Modern. I'm not super up on Frontier.
I've just been catching it where I can, but that's what it's looking like to me, is that especially the green decks that are running Nykthos are getting, like... Because the ley line was...
What about Manamorphose?
Not legal.
No,
it's
not,
because it's
not
from...
Manamorphose. The land that enters tapped and can make one of any color from the Theros block.
Oh, Mana Confluence?
Mana Confluence. There you go. Thank you.
But it's just not... You can't, on, like, turn 3, push out 6 mana with that. Like you can with Nykthos and having all of these, like, cheap or free permanents.
How much is Bob up to?
Well, he's not... I don't think he changed. Because he isn't legal in...
Yeah, no. Bob, not Bob. Gary.
Oh, yeah. I just started to search Gary.
Because That's always a deck I've really wanted to play, is the Gary deck.
About $1.50. Not too bad for a common.
How many do we have?
Pile of them. And that's another thing is with Frontier, like
I would play Mono Black, Heroes Downfall, Gary's Thought Seizes. I wish they would, on the Frontier, I wish they would have pushed it back.
you want to see something scary, because Frontier's doing so well. Lily's down to $75. She was
Time to buy Lily.
She was 100 for a while.
But you heard it here first. Time to buy Lily.
Yes.
But
I mean, on the upside, a lot of our like other cards, like you picked up a playset of, we picked up a playset of Thoughtseize for what, like $10-12 a card. I think it was a 12 a card, and those are up to like 30 now. And we've got the old ugly Theros art.
You know, and I have to be honest. I don't give a fuck about Lily. I don't give a fuck about the blue one that copies a spell. Snapcaster?
Oh, Snapcaster, yeah.
I just wanted to be able to play with Blood Artist.
I know. See, I would have loved just the whole, like, start with Innistrad and go forward.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm at, but I can understand where they're coming from.
Yeah.
Because they screwed the pooch on Innistrad. There are so many expensive cards in that set.
That's a great set.
It's all a great set, but Grizzlebrand, Lily, Snaps,
What's it do?
Angel.
Well, yeah, that whole block was just like...
Yeah, I want any of the Angels. You know, you want to talk about Sigarda, you want to talk about any of the Angels. It's just ugly, and I can understand why they did that. But I would say now is the time to buy into
the non-Frontier modern staples.
That, and also, what's the blue-white draw card one?
Sphinx's Rev?
Yes.
That's gone up because it's in Frontier. I know. I've been eyeing it thinking, Sphinx's Rev is down to almost nothing. We should get a couple play sets. And by the time I was like, I've got time to start listing stuff on eBay again, everything's just gone up and up and up.
How much? All right, and I'm going to spoil for you guys my
Oh no, don't you do that.
First day of Christmas.
He evened out around 8.
How many do we have?
I don't know. 5, 6, 7.
No, we've got more than 2 play sets. I have to think.
I don't know. We'll look it up later.
On the first day of Shaman.
We're saving that for later. Saving that for much later. Yeah, because the holidays are coming up and everyone's busy. So.
Oh, fuck. Titty beans.
Uh-oh, Heath forgot something.
Yeah, I had a stack of cards this tall for you to fucking sort.
Oh, yay. I'm ready for them. I mean, we can still meet up, you know.
I know where you live.
So, yeah, no, I'm liking that some of our cards are going up due to Frontier. I'm still not sure if I want to jump into it or not. I kind of like Modern a whole lot better because you get the fetch lands. It's a quicker game.
Yeah, I mean, I understand where Wizards is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, have these, you can play with these cards, blah, blah, blah. They've done it to us before. We know all about it. I'm staring at, 1,000 count single tier boxes in front of my face from all of Magic's history. But
Uh-oh.
They can prime my Aether Vial for my cold, dead fucking hands.
I do like Aether Vial. That's a fun card.
It's an awesome card. Yeah, but like they nerfed everything.
How so?
I guess I'm coming from a tribe's standpoint, but they nerfed merfolk.
Yep.
They nerfed spirits.
Yep.
They nerfed elves.
Yep.
They nerfed goblins.
Yeah.
And I love playing the game, and I will play whatever deck wins me my next match. But I'm a tribal player.
Yeah. Hence.
So I'm not pumped about this new...
About the new format.
Yeah.
I mean, there is the upside that they might start printing some of the cards that aren't in the format into it.
Well,
Also,
but that's the thing. They started printing the cards that were in Modern
into Standard.
into Standard. Or, no. They started printing the cards that were part of the Legacy decks.
Yeah.
Into Standard, which then became Modern.
Yeah.
And now they're like, yeah, actually, fuck you. Here's Frontier or, Circle Jerk or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
But I mean, like, they also just out of nowhere threw Scapeshift in a core set, which needed a reprint desperately.
Well, yeah, no, they're trying to feed us these cards, and then they come out of left field with this new format. They were feeding Modern cards for a while. For a while now.
Well, what I'm saying is they're feeding Modern cards into Standard. Who says they won't slowly feed Modern cards still into Frontier? Because it's going to be from Return to Ravnica on. So it's going to be, what if they reprint something older into Standard that is okay to be in Standard?
Yeah, no, but they're gonna feed us Lily of the Veil at super ultra rare.
Yeah.
Just so that people will be out there buying packs, chasing. Like, just let us play the fucking game. Stop changing it. Is where I'm sitting at. Like, okay, yeah, no, I need a playset of Batter Skulls.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna happen tomorrow, but if I work at it, eventually I'll have a playset of Batter Skulls, and then they'll change the format.
Well, they're not getting rid of Modern.
Well, no, they're not getting rid of Modern, but they're trying to.
No, I think they're realizing that Legacy and Vintage there's just not as many players because.
So you think that Modern and Horizons are going to take over for Legacy and Vintage?
I think that since Star City Games canceled all of their Legacy and Vintage stuff and fed it with Horizons and didn't get rid of a single Modern tournament, just got rid of the Legacy and Vintage ones, that we're going to be looking at.
Okay, so now you're dealing with a player base who have spent literally almost $1 million
But
on their deck.
But how big is that player base?
It's not huge, but those are like your diehards.
Well, who says that there isn't going to be another company that comes around and does kind of like what Star City's doing, but keeps it just Legacy, Vintage, and the occasional Modern? I mean, because that then is giving room for someone else to come in and do what is missing.
I see what you're saying, but I feel like WotC is alienating more than they are bringing players in. I think that with kind of running out Legacy and Vintage, and those are your diehard players. Those are the guys who have been there since day one. Those are the guys who own a Black Lotus. Those are the guys that own a Mox, and I'm not talking about Pearl. I'm talking about Ruby. Like, the dual lands, the honest to God dual lands.
I've got one of those.
I know you do. I keep trying to convince you to sell it, but
Nope,
whatever.
no one's getting my volcanic island but me.
Right. Exactly. That's my point. Because you're going to hold on to that card.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get fucking buried with that card.
Oh, no, I'll sell it off with the rest of my goods when I pass.
But if you're not able to play it in an event, what good is it?
I always wanted a dual land.
You proved my point and frustrated me at the same time.
Isn't that what I'm good at?
No.
I'm great at that.
Yeah, you really are. But if people can't, bring their lotuses and their dual lands and their moxes and, go off turn one, don't you think that maybe those cards will lose value a little bit?
No, I'm not saying that that's going to go the way of the dodo. I'm just saying that there's room for...
So if WotC just...
No, they haven't done away with
guillotine, yet not yet.
No, Star City has.
Yeah. And
then
WotC's probably next.
But then that also leaves, I don't know, Channel Fireball, someone else to come in and go, okay, well, we're now the Legacy and Vintage place.
My problem is that the prize package has to be so large for you to fucking truck $1 million Magic deck halfway across the globe.
Mm-hmm.
That I don't think any of those retailers would be interested. And they also very much follow what WotC is doing.
Yep.
So I honestly think that Vintage and Legacy are nigh on extinction.
I still think they're going to be just fine. Just like I think Modern's going to be just fine.
Well, I think Modern will be good for another couple of years. And then it's going to be Standard, Draft,
Frontier,
and whatever the one where you open 6 packs.
Sealed.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, the whole sealed portion of all of those events is my least favorite part to watch.
But you have to understand, WotC wants to sell cards.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, I understand. It's the best thing for them.
They're not selling cards on Modern. Maybe they'll sell some on Frontier.
Well,
Standard, Draft, and Sealed are where they make their bank.
Yeah.
They're not involved with the secondary market.
Well, I mean, at this point, we can just hope for a Modern Horizons 2.
Yeah, all right. Hope in one hand, shit in the other. See which one fills up first.
And welcome back to the second half of the Team Garbage Fire podcast. I am still Kory, and I have a present. It's a very special present for the Thrashing Wumpus. I have not opened it.
I know what it is.
But still enjoy it.
EC Hip Star Games.
Yep.
Shout out. BT Dubs. It better be fucking cash.
It is not cash. And the suspense. Let's see, what is it?
Oh, right now it seems like a piece of paper.
And what is inside the piece of paper?
Looks to be a magic card. Golly. It's a Thrashing Wumpus.
Yay! I got the Thrashing Wumpus.
I'm going to frame this shit.
Yep.
And it's going to hang right here. I think I actually have a frame for it already.
I'm kind of excited. I'm ready to see. All based on flavor text is how this whole thing transpired. You gonna read the flavor text again?
It just becomes more relevant with every reading. Young wumpuses are malevolent and vicious, but they grow out of it. I would like to say that not all of us wumpus grow out of being malevolent, and he just touched me with my no-nos.
Is the plural wampai?
Yes. What is the plural?
You can be a wampai too.
So, in the second half, I kind of wanted to do a deck tech on a deck that I brewed up a little while ago.
Dude, this thing's like fresh.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it looks pretty.
No, that's a good wampus right there.
And so I brewed this up. We've played
Thank
it
you very much.
Oh, no problem. Anytime for you, Wumpus. Wumpai.
My first name is Thrasher, and we are on, first name basis.
Okay, thrashing.
Thrashing.
So I brewed this deck up a little while ago. I was driving, because I'm a delivery driver one day a week, and just got thinking about cards, listening to podcasts, and I was like, oh, hey, I have an idea for a deck. So I put together, I'm not sure what to call it yet.
Kory's Naughty Nonsense?
I mean, we could call it that. And so it's a little fun thing I brewed. Most of my creatures have persist, which should give you an idea. And I'm running persist creatures with Vizier of Remedies. And the whole idea is that they just keep coming back. But you toss in an Altar of Dementia, and they keep coming back, and soon my opponent has no library. So I'll do the quick once-over of what we got in here. You still thrashing there?
You just talk.
Okay. So to start it off with, of course, we're running 4 Kitchen Finks, which is 1 hybrid green-white. When it enters the battlefield, gain 2 life, persist, and I'll just read persist once. If it's to go into the graveyard and it doesn't have a -1/-1 counter on it, put a -1/-1 counter on it.
Yes.
I am also running 4 Safehold Elite, which is 1 hybrid green-white for a 2/2, and all it says is persist. And there's, of course, flavor text.
Which says, flavor text is important. I refuse to die. Not at the hands of one such as you.
I'm also running 3 Simian Spirit Guides for quick mana, just because why not?
Which flavor text says, all my spells smell like burnt hair lately. Seriously?
Does it? All my spells smell like burnt hair lately. Jaya Ballard. And then I'm running 4 Vizier of Remedies to get rid of... No, we're not reading the flavor text on every card.
Are you fucking kidding me? I am absolutely reading the flavor text.
4 Vizier of Remedy. We're running 3 Grumgully the Generous, which...
oh, you're not going to let me read the fucking flavor text on a card called Grumgully the Generous?
And he's 1 red-green for a 3/3 legendary creature, and each non-human creature, when it enters the battlefield, gets a +1/+1 counter on it. What's the flavor text read?
Does it matter what it is? Take it and be grateful. That's not as good as the burnt hair one.
I'm running right now 2 Heartmender, which is 2 hybrid green-white.
There is no flavor text.
Yeah, and it says at the beginning of your upkeep, remove a -1/-1 counter from each creature you control. And then I've got 4 Altar of Dementia in the permanent slots.
It is not that you will go mad. It is that you will beg for madness. Volrath.
Of course Volrath would say that.
No, but I'm still very concerned about the one that I didn't get to read.
And then in the spell slots, I'm running 3 Ancient Stirrings. I'm running 3 Path to Exile. 4 Manamorphose. How many lightning bolts? That's 1, 2, 3 lightning bolts and 3 summoners pack to help me dig.
He's actively not letting me read you guys the flavor text.
Yes, because I don't want to. I want to actually explain what this deck does. And then the lands, of course, you can put in whatever you want. I'm running 4 Stomping Ground, 3 Sacred Foundry, a Clifftop Retreat, 4 Temple Garden, 3 Windswept Heath, 2 Wooded Foothills.
There ain't no Windswept Kory.
2 Arid Mesa, and a Misty Rainforest. And that is how that deck is shaping out. And we've played a few times.
Can I take a look?
Yeah. You've played against it.
Yeah, no, I have, but I'd like to take a closer look.
We can do that after we cut. You can have all the time you want to.
Fucking hate it here.
So the whole thing...
You're not my real father.
I know I'm not. So the whole thing can go off roughly on turn 3. And can mill your opponent out, provided there is no interaction or interruption. It is a little glass cannon-y, but the upside is, even if Altar of Dementia goes away, you can move into a mid-game strategy pretty well, because your creatures have persist and will keep coming back with Vizier of Remedies and Grumgully, the Generous. And you have a little bit of ramp there with your Simian Spirit Guide to help you. Hey, you've played against this deck. What do you think about it?
I think that it could probably use a little bit of honing. But beyond that, it seems like a decent game plan.
And this is a...
Now let me read the fucking flavor text.
On Vizier of Remedies, is that the one that you didn't get to read? That was the one you didn't get to read.
You'll need all your strength for the trials to come.
And I really like how the deck kind of keeps you low to the ground, and the CMC stops off at like 4.
Yeah, no, I mean, it had a punch, for sure.
The problem would be...
your late game is kind of...
That's the thing, is I feel like maybe with the Kitchen Finks, help me gain some life, even if I...
Well, I mean, the Kitchen Finks will keep you alive, dude, but you need like an endgame, what's the burn spell from Avacyn, the miracle one?
Bonfire of the Damned?
Yeah. Something like a 2 of that, I think, could really just close it out for you.
Well, because I've been thinking about it, and I think there's a few things I could cut. I'm really thinking that the creature, the 4-mana one would persist. Heartmender, I'm running 2, but I think I could take those 2 out.
Yeah, I honestly, I mean, and we both obviously have very different play styles, but I would personally put in Bonfire over the Heartrender.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm thinking that's a good spot to go, just because.
Just because I'm not saying that like 90% of your games you're gonna get there, because you will.
Yeah, the hard part.
But just that little closer. You need that like hard, like okay. Forget about you and your game plan.
Yep, here's a Bonfire of the Damned.
Yeah.
Top deck that and run it out.
And you run it out, you miracle it.
Yep.
But you got to be very careful with how when you're playing miracles, and I don't know if everyone knows this, but when you're playing miracles, always keep your hand in one hand and draw with the other. Mm-hmm. So there's not like oh no, I miracled this. Well, no, you didn't. Like argument. Yeah. You've got your hand in one hand. You've got your top deck. In another hand.
Yeah.
And there's no discrepancy there whatsoever.
Or another way I'll do it sometimes is I will, look at the top card for my draw.
I'll just lay my hand down sometimes.
Either that or lay the hand down or look at the top card. If I know it's a miracle, lay it back down. I mean, that is kind of a tell, but we're usually playing like kitchen table lately.
Yeah.
So that's I think that would be a good inclusion. I'm just trying to.
I mean, what else could be?
I mean,
because you want a red finisher.
Yeah, I'd really like an artifact tutor, but I don't think there is one. Because I got Summoner's Pact for creatures, and if I can go off that turn, then that's great.
Yeah, no, I mean, you have a lot of win conditions. I just think like a backup
Yeah.
would be good in that deck, and I think we have.
Yeah, we've got
bonfires.
bonfires. And although I was a little proud of myself to finally take that out and be like, because I'm usually like okay, let me look at a net deck, I'll build it, with what we have, do some tweaks here and there, but generally it's like oh well, is it Phoenix? I guess I'll go out and buy 4 Thing in the Ice.
Well, did I ever tell you about like my first deck that took down F&Ms out in Montana?
No, tell me about it.
It was Gruul.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the Hydra that doubles up each turn.
Yep.
That was from one of the M sets.
Yep.
No, the red green drop that doubles up, like replaces mana. Burning Tree.
Oh yeah, Burning Tree.
It was
Burning Tree.
Burning Tree and that and Bonfire.
Yeah. No, I originally had Burning Tree in here, but it just didn't serve any other purpose besides just another 2/2 body on the ground that was essentially free as long as I had 2 mana, and it just didn't further my game plan, which bums me out because I want to find a home for that card. I feel like
Burning Tree is a great card, and it's held its monetary value because I think everyone is in the exact same.
We're like, we want to break this.
It's
There's gotta be
a
way to break it.
freaking good card.
It
dude.
is. It's fantastic.
But all right,
do we want
Do we
to?
want to get into flavor of the week?
sure.
Okay. I'm going to make you go first because I've already got my phone going here. The Patriarch Dreams of Vile Plague.
The Patriarch Dreams of Vile Plague.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that could be fucking anything. I'm going to go with New Phyrexia block.
Okay.
I'm going to go with black.
You got one of them correct.
The black one.
Yeah.
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 Well, yeah. No, I mean, that was impossible.
Yeah, no, it was Sickening Dreams from Torment.
Okay. I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm just going to enjoy saying this. For the Scuzzback gang, it's always 8 o'clock.
I have no clue. Original Ravnica red.
Well, I mean, you're like a quarter right.
Okay, so it's red black then.
It's red green.
Red green.
And it's from Shadowmoor.
Okay. What was the card?
Impromptu raid.
Oh, okay.
2 and red green morph mana.
Hybrid.
Whatever the fuck you want to call it.
For an enchantment.
Reveal the top card of your library. If it isn't a creature card, put it into your graveyard. Otherwise, put that card into play. That creature has haste. Sacrifice it at the end of the turn. No, I want to go again.
Okay, you can go again.
Fuck you. Can we start a gang and just call it the Scuzzback Gang?
Headed by Thrashing Wumpus.
Can we just change the name of the podcast to Scuzzback Gang?
We'll do a spin-off podcast at some point.
No, we get the W and the dash with Thrashing Wumpus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you got the next one for me?
Nope, that one doesn't have any flavor text.
Of course it doesn't. Why would it?
Oh, this one's gonna fucking throw you through a loop.
Okay.
Overflowing with visions of the possible future, it lends power to those in the present.
Wow.
Right? What did I just fucking say?
I don't know. Let's go with. I'm feeling adventurous. Let's go Alara block. We'll go with Alara Reborn. And so it has to be at least 2 colors. So I'm going to go with black red.
Well, how about a artifact from Planeshift?
Huh. Oh, Mana Silex. Huh. Wasn't that handy? Okay.
This my shit. All the girls want to be like this.
I don't understand why he works so hard on a device to duplicate a sound so easily made with hand and armpit. Baron, progress report.
I do enjoy the quote.
Yes, no, it's fantastic.
I'm going to go with red.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go with what's the artifact, like the one?
Mirrodin?
No, the other one, the one where Doran first showed up, like a newer one, where they're all flying around and vehicles came through.
Oh, Kaladesh?
Kaladesh. I'm gonna go with one of the sets from Kaladesh, and I'm gonna go with red.
The card is Confiscate 4 blue from Urza Saga.
Jesus, titty fucking Christ.
You control enchanted permanent. Well, it was back in the days where they could have funnier flavor texts and not be cranky about it. Although I still think my favorite that we've read tonight has to be Simian Spirit Guide. I love it.
Burnt hair.
Well,
all right.
that's a show.
That is one show. We will be coming back at you near future.
With several mini episodes.
Yes, mini episodes. We're gonna do the 12 Days of Christmas, and we're gonna count down.
We're gonna start with 12. So
12.
anything with a converted mana cost 12 or higher.
12 or higher.
And then on day 11, it'll be converted mana cost 11.
Yeah.
10, so on and so
It's
forth.
only because I want to fucking rock Eldrazi's. But we have to start at 1.
Oh, I thought we were gonna start at 12 because 1-drops are awesome.
Yeah, well, but it's the first day of Christmas. There's 1.
Well, then we'll do the 12-day countdown until Christmas.
Okay, all right, whatever. We'll figure it out. Good seeing you guys. We love you. Thank you for watching.